Amanda Blackman, thank you so much for being here on the Valerie Beebe Show live out of Dallas, Texas. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I am fine. Well, it's back to school, so we thought we'd call in the best of the best that we know to give us some help about menu makeovers and all different things that we're needing for back to school. So can we get started?
Absolutely.
Okay. So people keep saying it all starts with breakfast. It all starts with the first meal of the day. So what do you recommend for kids for this first meal of the day? And is breakfast really that important?
We do put so much pressure on that first meal of the day. I think it's because it's setting the tone for the rest of the day, right? It's that first eating occasion. For me, on a really busy weekday morning, breakfast is about two things. I'm looking for speed because I want everybody out the door on time, and I'm looking for nutrition. It shouldn't take that long. It doesn't have to take that long to put together a balanced breakfast. And actually, one of my favorite go-tos is a simple bowl of cereal. You can pick a nutrient-dense option that's lower in sugar and then pair it with some fruit. You can top it with a fortified plant-based milk alternative like Silk Kids or regular milk if that's your thing. I really love the Silk Kids because it has taste kids love, it's developed with pediatricians, and it has nutrition that kids really need, like protein for muscle health, vitamin D, and potassium. And another thing that saves me so much time in the morning is making things in advance. So I'll make a big batch of oat bars, I put them in the freezer, and I can pull out one or two whenever I need them, warm it up, pair it with a glass of Silk Kids and some fruit, and I've just built a balanced breakfast that took under 5 minutes.
That is smart. Okay, I'm going to take this one from Facebook because we told them you were coming. Give us your questions, and our audiences are spread out on multiple platforms. They say when they grew up, they took their lunch, and that way their mother controlled what they ate. Is packing your lunch, is that still a suggestion for today?
It is still a thing. It's about what works for your family. I pack lunch for my kids because they like it that way. And I follow a really simple roadmap to make sure that I am packing a nutrient-dense lunch that I know they're actually going to eat. So I'm trying to hit all 5 food groups. I make sure that I have a variety of flavors and textures that can help it feel more satisfying and make sure you're offering some options that they're actually going to enjoy and not send back home in the lunchbox. And I also make sure that I always pack something fun in the lunchbox. And so, for example, today I packed a turkey sandwich. So you've got turkey from that protein group, you've got bread in the grain group, sweet grapes as our fruit and crunchy carrots as our veggie, and then a couple of dairy options. I put in the center a Greek yogurt mixed with ranch seasoning, and that's so great for dipping those veggies, and of course our Danimals smoothies. And these have calcium and vitamin D, two super important nutrients for growing kids that actually most kids don't get enough of, and a lot of parents don't know that. So it's really great that these Danimal smoothies can offer both nutrients in a really easy way.
Okay, this one comes from SoundCloud. No, well, not SoundCloud, I'm sorry, Instagram. They say that they are in a generation where they were latchkey kids. They came home, their mom had the snack laid out in the refrigerator or on the counter, and they were always good and nutritious. How can they now take that same concept with their kids, giving them good and nutritious after-school snacks?
You can totally still do it. Snack platters are a thing, and they're definitely a thing in my house. And what I love about them is that as the parent, you really do get to have input and control which food you're serving, but your kids get to choose which ones they're eating. So it can be a really great independence booster for the little ones. And it's super customizable. So you do it for what works for your family, what your kids enjoy. I like to do a variety of fruits and veggies, grapes, apple slices, carrots, celery. We can do crackers and cheese and guacamole for dipping anything on the platter. I also really love these Too Good & Co. pouches. They're made with real fruit, they have less sugar, and they're made with ultra filtered whole milk. And what I also love for the little ones is Happy Tot multigrain cookies. They're so cute. They come in these cute little shapes, and they're crunchy and fun and add a little variety and texture to the plate. And they're so yummy when you dip them in the Too Good & Co. pouches. You can just squeeze it right out of the pouch and dip.
Well, my audience, I've been speaking to Amanda Blackman. She's a dietitian. She's a mom of 2 young kids, and she loves to combine her passion with food, family, and her work. Finally, Amanda, any other tips that you can share to make back to school enjoyable and memorable for us, food-wise?
Absolutely. You know, as a parent, I can say this is easier said than done, but try not to stress about making every meal and every eating occasion perfect for your kids and making sure that they're eating perfectly every time. That just doesn't exist. It's not realistic, and it can be so stressful and take away from actually enjoying the moments that you're in. So I say try to lift some of the pressure, and remember that packaged, ready-to-eat foods can be just as nutritious as the homemade options. So lean in on them if they can make your life easier. They certainly help me when I'm strapped for time.
Oh. Well, my tip is have leftovers. Leftovers work really well.
Hi, I love
I'm
that
Valder
tip.
Beebe,
I'm a
host
big
of the
fan
Valder Beebe
leftovers.
Show.
Amanda,
We have over
online, can they get
1,000
some help?
videos on
Absolutely. So you can find
ValderBeebeShow.com
more
and
information about the products on any of the brand pages with the
YouTube.com/ValderBeebe
product
Show.
locator.
We
and for more
upload new
nutrition tips, you can
videos
follow me
daily.
on Instagram at Amanda
Our
Buckman.
site is a
Amanda, I
modern
wanna thank
baby
you so very
boomer
much for
platform with
information
news
that
and
we can actually
information
use. Have a
important to
great day.
boomers.
Thank you. You too.
Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.